Hi, so today we're going to speak about waking up early and basically our morning routine and why it's good to, have a routine and wake up early actually. So, yes, I have here my lovely co host, which is
Hello.
actually one of the people that I know that has, like a good morning routine and actually wakes up is planning to and executing actually waking up early, like at
Yes.
5:30,
5:25 ideally. I do
5:25
5:25.
ideally, people. So yes, let's speak about morning routines. So Sarah, please, between the two of us, you have the best morning routine. Let's be honest here. Let's speak about that.
Yes. So for me, the morning is the precious thing in my life. I mean, in my day. I mean, actually, to me, a day is a life. So the morning is so precious. Why? Because when you wake up early, you can do the most important things you want to do and you want to accomplish during your day in the morning, and at least you know that it will be done in the morning. When you wake up, it's a bit like magical to me. Everybody, the majority of where you live, are still sleeping, shops are still closed, you don't have cars in the street, like it's still quiet, and you can just focus on yourself. That's it. It's like having time for you. First, to me, I always use my morning to accomplish things I want to do for myself. And if I do them, I know that directly it will boost my day and it will make my day already more positive. And everything else that will follow my morning will be obviously better because I know that I already did something great. And no matter what will happen in my day later on, I know that I already did something I wanted to do, so my day won't be wasted. And by knowing that, you feel so good because if you wake up at 8 or 9, for instance, if you have a employee job, I mean, if you work for a company, you are an employee, you wake up at 8, you are a bit, in a hurry, you have to quickly get a shower, you have to take a shower, you have to get ready, and then you have to go to work, and then at 5, 6, you leave your office, you feel already a bit exhausted, you feel a bit tired, then maybe you will eat a bit, then maybe you will just, spend some time watching cat videos on the internet, or maybe you will do something to relax a bit, like watching TV or a movie, and then the day will be over. And that obviously, those kind of days work for a lot of people apparently. I don't know if they are the happiest in the world, but at least some people do it. At least the previous generation, maybe for generation Y and so on. For my parents, it worked okay, but maybe it depends for who. But in my case, I know that if I do that, I will feel a bit miserable because I need time for building things for myself, like personal things, or even have time to read a bit. And if I read before to sleep, I might fall asleep quite quickly, and so I will never finish my book. So yeah, the morning is important because first of all, you can just focus on yourself. You can do really what you want, and by waking up early, even like in my case, usually I don't wake up always at that time, but usually I wake up at 6, half past 6, but ideally it's 5:25 when I can to. Most of the time it's okay, but usually sometimes I'm a bit too tired because I need more sleep, and so I would wake up at 6, but I still have like 2 hours, which is still okay, especially when you try to organize your morning well. You can use wisely those 2 hours to do and to build things for you, like self-investment, and then you are already happier for your day, and you can start, I don't know, if you work in a company, you will be also more awake and more aware of what you have to do. Because if you go from, you just wake up and you go directly to your company, you will still feel a bit sleepy, and that's not really good. And when I was speaking about magical morning, when you see every shop, every restaurant, bit per bit opening the door. Sometimes you see like, I don't know, you have the cleaners in the street, they clean the street, like you see the city that wakes up at the same time as you. It's a bit like, I don't know, to me I like that feeling. And then you see the sunrise. It's just magical, especially when you live nearby the beach. Wow, it's just, at least for me, is the best.
So what do you think are the benefits of waking up early and actually establishing a morning routine?
So the benefits is obviously, at least for me, to be happier. It makes my mood much better. I'm sure that what I have to do, the most important things I want to do, will be done. Because if I postpone them for later, at the end of the day, it will be quite likely that it will either not be done or maybe not done properly, because I will be too tired. So at least you are sure that the really important things you want to do, it can even be, I don't know, chatting with your mom, or with your parents or your sisters or siblings or whatsoever, doesn't matter, but something really important that is really important and matters for you, you have to do it in the morning. At least you have done the most important thing in the day. Doesn't matter after how the day goes. If you receive a bad news, a good news, at least you already did what you had to do. You do that obviously before checking your text on your phone, before checking your emails. No, you turn your phone to available mode. Like in my case, I call it like that because my phone is on plane mode, or even turned off when I sleep. And I only turn on my phone, or I switch from plane mode to normal mode, or I turn on the notifications from 8 or 9 when I'm supposed to be available. But before that, it's just private time for me, you see. And so that's the benefits. And the second question was benefits, you said. And, and then there was benefits. I kind of forgot, but maybe I will remind it. Apparently you forgot too. It happens when you are so deep in the conversation.
That's right. I was too deep in my conversation.
Yes. So what about you?
Yeah, let's be honest here. For me, I'm the worst. My sleep cycle is not the best, but this is me from the past, okay? I am a changed woman now. But before, I used to sleep.
Wow, I like that.
I'm a changed woman now. So before, I used to sleep at 2 a.m., watching movies till I'm exhausted, and then waking up at 11.
You're like a night owl person.
A night owl, but not in a good way. Because you're not being productive. You're just, watching a movie till you fall asleep out of exhaustion, wake up at 11, half of the day is gone, and I did nothing. So bad. Don't do it. So yeah, it's just like throwing away your life, basically.
Oh, wow. So yeah, that's... actually, if I was doing the same, for me it would be the same, but I just don't. But you have to know what is good for you. For me, I know that some people are just not built for the morning. They just don't like the morning. Or maybe the job is like they work in the nightlife. They work, I don't know, in a club, in a pub, and they cannot really wake up. They can't wake up early. I understand that.
That's okay. Yeah.
It depends what kind of job you have as well. But if you have a kind of a 9 to 5 job, for you it's a little bit different.
Yes.
I mean, you're a student as well, but still you don't work until 2
Until
a.m.
no, I
for
don't.
sure.
That's for
so
context.
still no excuse.
Yes, no excuse for having a bad habit.
Yes, but in my case, I have a choice. I can either have a kind of night owl life or early bird. My dream will be go to bed late and wake up early. That will be my dream. But at the moment, especially for now, before I used to, but for now when I sleep just 3 or 4 hours a night, it's not enough.
No,
definitely not.
Actually, the body is not built for that. Let's be honest here.
Yes.
Because like they said, it has to be like 7 to 8 hours of sleep, which is yeah, it consumes a lot of your time basically.
Indeed. I believe also the most important is to be consistent. I think your first question was about habits.
Yes.
And how to build habits.
Nice.
And how to, how you can, how you can keep the same good habit in a long run. So yeah, being consistent is the most important thing you have to do. So always try to go to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time, no matter if it's Monday, Wednesday, Saturday or Sunday. Even if you go out until 2 or 3 or 4 a.m. on Friday night, it's okay to have fun, but you should still wake up early in the morning on Saturday, because otherwise, it's harder after to keep, the same habit. At least for me, if you wake up, if on Sunday you say, okay, today, I will take it easy, I don't have an alarm, it's fine. Then on Monday it will be harder to wake up early. Usually in the weekend, maybe, yes, I tend to have my alarm 30 minutes later, but 30 minutes is still okay. It's not, it's not like 2 hours later. Because before in the past, I used to do that mistake. Sometimes I would go to bed at 6, 7 a.m. and I would wake up at 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And that was wow. When you wake up, it's already 2 p.m., you feel not very good, because you know that obviously the morning is already past, and even the afternoon is already, it's already 2 p.m. What do I do? It's a bit weird, and you don't feel very well. Like sometimes you have a headache, and yeah, it's not good. When you wake up early, at least for me, I always feel good. I always feel like, I feel alive, and that's so important. So be consistent. And this is how the habit will be built. If you are consistent, it will just be a habit. You won't have to think about waking up early, because it's just part of your day. It's like if you had to start to work or to study at 5, you wouldn't complain. But waking up early just for you, a lot of people wouldn't do it. And that's sad, because at the end of the day, your life, you are the only owner of your life. You are the only one who can have the control of your life. It's your own life. So it's up to you. If you don't want to spend time for you, it's fine. But it's still your life. So you should use as you want. And you should spend time for you in your life, in your days.
That's right. Do some things for yourself, But no judgment to those people who wake up really late too. It might be that it's their lifestyle. That's okay. But in this case, for us, we would love to wake up early. Because given the context, we don't work late at night. So, it's much
Indeed.
Better for us to wake up early and, just start the day right.
Exactly.
And, because, when you wake up early and that's how you want it to be, then that's basically starting the day at the right path, It could be, it's basically just one point of the day, maybe.
It's the foundation of your day, to me. If I wake up late, I know that I won't start my day well, and I have more chance to have bad luck, because I will be in a negative mood. And so I will be less aware of things, I will be less willing to take new opportunities, and then it's how bad luck happen. I don't believe in luck or bad luck, but just you are less focused on things to win your day. However, when you start your day so happy and in a really positive mindset, you will smile all the time. You will attract opportunities by nature, because you will smile, you will be less shy, maybe you will speak more, and you will you will be willing to say yes if you have a chance to do something else, or just less risky mindset. Like you will just, if someone asks you, oh, would you like to speak for this speech or whatsoever, you say, oh yeah, of course, because you are positive, you are in a positive mindset. But if you are in a negative mindset, you will give someone else to do things you could have done, and so of course you will. This is how you want. Take opportunities which are actually chance, luck. So,
but I believe also it's like consistency.
Yeah.
It's also important, no?
Yeah.
Which you have
and
mentioned.
it will be just part of yourself.
Yeah, that's right. It's like circadian rhythm working its way,
Yeah.
It's like your body clock saying, hey, wake up. Hey, it's time to sleep.
Exactly.
Which is your case.
After your body will be just used to what time you wake up. Even, when you wake up every day at 5, 6, no matter what time you go to bed, automatically you will wake up just 1 minute before your alarm sometimes.
True.
Because your body knows when you have to wake up, and then you feel already awake a bit. And for the ones who want to wake up early, but everybody knows that sometimes it's hard to wake up wake up early, because maybe it's winter, it's cold, you feel too tired. It's so good to stay in your bed in the quilt. One trick I would give is to drink a lot of water before to go to bed. I don't know if it's good, but it works for me, because after, especially if your bedroom is far away from the bathroom, from the toilet, the better it is. And if you have, in some buildings you have communal bathrooms, outside of your unit, outside of your apartment. That's even better. And of course, if you drink a liter of water or tea or whatsoever before to go to bed, you won't be able to sleep until 12 p.m. You will have to pee. And this is the best alarm. You have to wake up, because it's not pleasant to stay in your bed, because you feel you have to pee. So even if you love to be in your quilt, it's not pleasant when you have to pee. And once you pee, well, especially when the light in the toilet is really strong, and for some reason you must turn on the light, or maybe you can force yourself to turn on the light of the bathroom, then you feel directly awake. That's good. Otherwise, obviously, you can always, I don't know, on some apps, I know that I don't do that, but you can order at a specific time some food for the breakfast, and so you know that you will have the delivery man knocking at your door at 7 a.m. or 5 a.m. I don't know if they do for 5 a.m. because everything is closed, but it depends of the city. In New York City or in a different city, you have that, or maybe Sydney, London. No, actually, London is not really an early bird city, but maybe Sydney, perhaps. I'm not even sure, but definitely New York or those kind of cities. Maybe Seoul as well.
Seoul?
South
Korea?
Seoul, yes. In South Korea, I know that apparently some people told me that city is awake all the time.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Huh.
I
Okay.
don't know. I've never been there for now. Try to find some tricks. Maybe if you sleep and you have a window just next to your bed, maybe don't close the blind, don't lower the blind or the curtains. Just leave it open, and so you will wake up when it will be sunrise. Or if in your bedroom you don't have any windows, you have some kind of artificial light that produces actually the kind of sunset. I think the name is it has a specific name, and it's really good to wake up early. Actually, it's this kind of light, dawn simulation. So it actually it involves it increases the light more and more at a specific time to help you to wake up early.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah,
you don't have a
dawn
window.
stimulation,
Yeah.
indeed. And you have other techniques you can use. Maybe try to order a Uber the day before for 5 a.m. and that Uber will, a taxi, and that doesn't matter what kind of service you use. It doesn't have to be Uber, and that taxi, that chauffeur will wait you at your apartment, at your house, to drive you to the city, and then from the CBD, from the downtown, you will have a coffee and you will start your morning. And because you know that you order already a Uber, that person is waiting for you outside, you have to get ready, you know. This is good when you try to have something from outside, an external thing that forces you to be awake and to be ready for that specific time you want to wake up. Because when you have to work at 5, you know that you will be able to wake up at 5. When you have a plane at 5, you know that you will be able to wake up at 5. But for yourself, for some reason, motivation is just not there. So you have to try to hack your brain to force you to get off the bed.
Yeah, it seems like our own brain is just against us, you know?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes
Human nature, you know, yes.
It's like, okay, it's for other people, it's for my job. You wake up.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I know for you too, when you have a job at 6 or 7, you will wake up so early.
I will.
But if you don't have much in your morning, you don't have, maybe it's about motivation too. Sometimes you think, I have to wake up early, it's 5, but what do I do now when I wake up? And sometimes you don't know. So sometimes it's about how do I plan my morning? The day before, you should already plan your morning. The day before, try to see what are you going to do? Something that motivates you a lot.
Yeah,
because if motivation is not there, well, you have more chance to stay in the bed, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, and also if like you have responsibilities, it's like you wake up early too. It's like having kids.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Yeah.
Nice.
Sometimes having a kid, sometimes because you know your husband, your partner, your girlfriend, your wife is waking up early and you want to be gentle and you want to prepare the breakfast already for her, for him. Well, then you know it will help you to wake up early. But sometimes when that person leaves, you know, imagine your husband is going to work after, you might go back to bed, which is not good. Have time for you.
I've tried that actually, waking up early and then I fell asleep again.
Again, you know, yeah.
I may have like the worst morning habits and night habits, but actually when my alarm rings, I wake up.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Wake up. I sometimes just set 2 alarms. I know others set like 10, I suppose.
Yes, I think I know, at least I know one person you know. It's me, because in my case, I showed you actually last time as well, I have like 10 alarms on my phone. I have the basic wake up alarm from built in my iPhone, plus a lot of different alarms, every minute basically.
Yeah.
And I'm so bad at that. And sometimes I turn off my phone, which is the most dangerous one. And after I know that I will feel really down, because in my case, I know myself, and every time I wake up not on time, I feel down. I feel like it's a failure for me, you know? Like, wow, it's a failure. My morning is the most important thing in my day. So important. And sometimes, yes, my body is against me.
It's just the way we're built.
Yeah, it's like, we know, it's the same for food. We know eating good food makes you better and less tired, but sometimes you want just junk food. The hamburger, really fat, with a lot of sauce, and you know it's bad. You know that after you will feel heavy and you will feel tired. You know it's not good, but you know sometimes our body says, "Hey, I want that bad food." You know.
It's like saying, "So bad that it's so good."
Indeed, yeah, that's saying, yeah.
That saying, you know, it's like you know that it's not good, but then you still have it.
But you still want it.
Yeah, same with, a toxic ex-boyfriend or
Sometimes
girlfriend.
it happens to you, and for some reason, or even friends, or no matter who, sometimes you hang out with toxic people that pull you down. You have dreams and they say, oh no, it's not possible for you, you cannot do that. Maybe they are jealous, or maybe they are just narrow-minded. But you stay with them because you don't know why actually, and time is passing, but you are still with them.
That's right. And going back to, waking up early, do you have any, coming from a very, expert person from this kind of thing? Because to be honest, I'm not the best with that one. Hence, I'm mostly asking you. So, do you have any...
That's okay.
Yeah. Do you have, any other tips for, I would say, a beginner like me? Because, yeah, I do alarms, but then... I motivate myself sometimes, but it still doesn't work.
First, you have to know your problem. You said that for you, when your alarm rings, you wake up directly.
I do.
So what's the problem? Because
right.
when you don't know what's your problem, how can you help yourself to fix the problem if there is no problem? Like, you wake up when you set an alarm, you will wake up when you hear that alarm. But maybe it depends of what you have to do after.
That's right. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense, no?
Yes.
That's right.
If you set an alarm because you have a shift or you have, I don't know, you have to go somewhere, you will stop that alarm, just one, and you will just
get
ready. But if you set that alarm because you want to write, I know that you are writing some book or some things, not a bit private, but you are writing. And maybe for that, for instance, you are thinking about, it's hard for you to wake up for doing things like that, because you hear that alarm, first you think, where are we right? In my bedroom? Well, I have the bed just behind me. Then you just lie on the bed with your notebook or your laptop, and then you will probably fall asleep. Otherwise, you go to a coffee shop, but it's a bit cold outside, you don't feel very motivated. And that's actually the problem. You don't really know what you want.
That's right.
You don't really know where to do that. Even if you know what you will do tomorrow morning, where you have to do. And one really important thing to wake up early, but successfully early, is to visualize your morning very well the day before. So you have to know precisely well where you are going to do what you want to do in the morning. Because if you just say, I want to wake up early, that's it. But if there's no reason behind it, like some people, they say, I want to be rich. But they don't even have why you want to be rich. They won't be able to answer. Why do you want $1 billion in your bank account? I don't know. So you don't have motivation, so you will never be rich. If you know exactly why you want to wake up early, it's the same for waking up early, the same for money. If you know exactly why you want to have that, why do you want to have that so badly? Because I want, by the end of the month, to finish my book. Maybe you are writing a book. And you have to know where you will write, how you will be dressed even, and to prepare exactly your morning routine so well that it will be almost like automatic, You wake up, already, okay, I will dress, I don't know, that shirt, that skirt, and then I know where I will write. Maybe I will write in my garden, in my backyard. Maybe it will be on the bench tops, the kitchen tops. Maybe it will be in a cafe you kind of like. Maybe it will be in the botanic gardens if you have one nearby, and maybe it's already open. But you have to know exactly how you will do it. Obviously, if you think about outside, you have to take into account the weather. Because if it's raining and you said I will go in the botanic gardens or outside, then you might stay in the bed because you hear already the drops from the rain outside.
So tempting, though.
Yes. So you have to know exactly how the morning will look like. And as soon as you hear your alarm, you know exactly, you have the plan. You already, it's like you are like the architect of your day. You already built the plan of your house. You already built the plan of your day. You are the architect of your day. You designed your day. So now, when your alarm rings, it means it's the start of the day. You just have to execute what's on the plan. But you can even use a mind map, or maybe trying to do some stuff which will be the plan of the day. I wake up, then I wear this. I go there, I go in the kitchen, kitchen tops. Maybe I go on the balcony, I go in the backyard, I go in my favorite coffee shop down there. Maybe I go, I go on the beach, I will take the train, I will sit on the sand, and I will take my notebook, or maybe I will take my iPad and I will write some stuff until 8. But you have to know precisely how your morning will be. Because a lot of times you want to wake up early, but you didn't define your morning that well. And so you wake up early, you hear your alarm, but you're still so tired, and because you don't have a specific image of your morning, you say, maybe 10 more minutes in the bed. Actually, what I will do is, when you wake up, when you hear the alarm, you try to imagine yourself already in the morning. You say, no, I don't even know what I want to do. I stay in the bed. But actually, no, you know what you want to do, but in the morning, your brain is not working very well. It's not very clear. When you wake up in the morning, your brain is still sleepy. So that's why you have to prepare the plan before to go to bed, and try to visualize it. And if you have exactly the same morning routine, sometimes it changes because sometimes you want to do something else. But more or less, if you know exactly how your morning routine will look like, it will be much easier to wake up.
So it's basically knowing all the big W's. What, why, when,
yes.
Where?
Exactly, yes.
And let's add the H.
The
How?
big W's, I thought you were speaking about websites.
No, not
www.
But the big W's, in English class,
Indeed.
I would say. Yeah.
You are so right.
That's
and
right.
I will give you a bonus. Those kind of, I don't have it one here, but back home I used to have one. The kind of timer you plug in the outlet, in the power outlet, in the socket, you have a timer, you can set, okay, the power outlet will be on at that time, 7 a.m. for instance. You have those kinds of timer you plug in the socket, and imagine, I know for you, your breakfast is usually a warm breakfast. You don't have sandwiches with jam, so it's good because I have a trick for you. You usually eat rice for the morning.
That's right.
So try to plug your rice cooker with already water and rice in the evening, and with that specific timer. You can set the time. You just plug it, and then you have the other plug of the rice cooker. So it turns off the socket until it's like 5 a.m. in the morning. And when you hear your alarm, you know that at that time the rice cooker will start working. I mean, now it depends on the rice cooker. Now in some you have to push a button as well, but some, if it's already on, it's like the boiler, the kettle.
Yes.
If it's already on, if the socket is on as well, the power outlet, the water will start boiling. And you can do actually the same with the kettle if it's easier. And so you know that even if you snooze your alarm, the kettle or the rice is already turning on, so it might, for some reason, overheat. And maybe the rice might be burned, maybe the water too, sometimes the kettle doesn't work very well. So you have to wake up early because you have that external thing already waiting for you. And, it helps you to waking up early, because otherwise, if you stay in the bed, maybe your house will burn out. You will have fire, It's a bit of motivation. It's just a little bonus.
Yeah, an external force helping you.
That's always
to be
best.
Motivated.
Because again, if we don't have external force, if we didn't imagine our morning routine that specific, if you're not that motivated about what you will do in the morning, it's hard to have something else. You need sometimes, unfortunately, something external. Because the brain is just too lazy with ourselves.
That's right. Do you know any health benefits of waking up early?
Oh, actually, consistency is so good. So that's not about waking up early, but when you go to bed and when you wake up always at the same time, you decrease the chance to have a cancer. Because when you go to bed and waking up always at different time, it's actually apparently very bad for the body. It's not good. Because the brain it has to adapt. And finally, yes, you wake up in natural light, and having sunlight instead of the electric light, it's not the same on your mood. So when you wake up early and after you see the sunrise, and you go outside, and then when you go home, when it's sunset, especially during summer, and you go to bed mostly when it's a sunset, it's just perfect because you almost don't use electric light. Maybe you will use candle, and that's also much better on the mood. Other health benefits could be obviously happiness. Happiness actually makes you living longer. Someone who is a bit depressed or a bit down, usually it's sad to say that, but it's kind of true. Your life expectancy is not as long as someone happy. And that's actually really true. There were so many studies. Positive people live longer. I know now if you're not positive, don't feel guilty. It's always, it's never too late to try to be more positive, and then to start waking up early. It's already a start, and having a purpose in your life. And actually having a purpose also helps you to wake up earlier. Other health benefits, not really. I think obviously I know that people are working during the whole night. It's definitely not healthy because you gain weight, because you tend to eat more, so you gain more weight. You want to go to bed at a specific time, and you will even have what's the name? Diabetes.
Is that like for the sugar?
Yes. And you will develop other diseases. So it's always good for you actually to wake up early. Now I believe if you go to bed at 12 p.m. and you wake up at, midnight every day, and when you go to bed it's really dark in the room, and when you wake up, it's still night, so I think it has an impact on your health. So yes, I believe it would.
Because, being exposed to the sun has its benefits as well.
Yes.
So yeah.
But definitely, when you have a consistent schedule with your sleep, when you are happier, and when you build something for yourself, and when you have a purpose in your life, that's just the best if you want to be in a good health.
Yes.
And then obviously also eat healthy, and that will help you as well to sleep better, because when you eat healthy food, your sleep quality will just be the best.
It's better. But yeah, regardless of what time is it, early or not, as long as, yes, your aforementioned things such as that, having a goal, having a purpose, because to some it doesn't work. For them it doesn't work to wake up at 5 a.m. But then you're consistent.
You don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. But when I say waking up early, it's from 4 to 7.
Yeah. But just being consistent, and
yes.
having a purpose, it's good for you. But also, seeing the sun too is good for you.
So important.
So important.
That's so important on the mood, on the happiness. It's just the best. And just to finish, I believe I wanted to say also that so many successful people wake up early, like the ex-CEO of Disney, Bob Iger. used to wake up every day at 4:15 a.m. First, it was for selfish reason, just to have time for himself. After, it was just he was too busy. Ryan Sewan, he's one of the best real estate broker in the history of New York City. He wakes up every day at 4:30 p.m. Amélie Nothomb, she's a famous writer, a very famous writer, but she's a French writer. She wakes up at 4 a.m. And there are so many different CEOs, I believe, also Mark Zuckerberg, probably Elon Musk, and many others. They wake up early not only because they are busy, because otherwise they could just go to bed later, but also because it's so important on your mood. Sometimes I know a lot of people, they wake up early and the first thing they do is to go to the gym. Like you have a membership, in a gym facility, and usually they are always open, it's 24 hours access. So the first thing they will do is to go to the gym for like 30 minutes, an hour even. And for them, it's so important to go to the gym because they will feel so better after. Some people, if they don't go to the gym in one day, they will feel very miserable. And after they can, for 1 or 2 other hours, they can do things for themselves, and then to start the day. If you are CEO of a company, you just start your normal job. If you are an employee as well, if you are a freelancer, it's more or less the same. But yeah, try to wake up early, at least for 25 days, 1 month. Try for 1 month every day, but every day without skipping one day.
Without fail.
And after that, you can just compare if you are happier before or after. If you used to be happier before with the previous schedule, which I doubt, but maybe you will, then stick with the previous schedule. Otherwise, just enjoy your new life. And that's just the best.
That's the best. So thank you so much for imparting such beautiful knowledge, Dr. PH with a PhD. And we'll see you guys next time for our next episode. Bye.
It was my pleasure. See you very soon.